Hello and welcome back to the Student Series episode 6, where I will be adjusting the dovetail. I forgot what it was! Hello and welcome back to the Student Series episode 6, where I will be adjusting the dovetail pins. Now, I've had a look at what I've done already, because it was a while ago, and this is going to be an interesting one. I feel like a lot of these are going to be very custom fit. Let's get to it. You put your hand in my shop.
Excuse me.
I think I need some pointers.
Do you?
I do.
What do you want?
What do I want? Well, I'm looking at... Are you listening?
No.
I'm looking at the first joint, number 1.
Yes.
And I know where my problems are.
Good.
They're in the past. From me marking and then making slightly of a mess.
Yeah.
And have pencil things all over the place, and I don't really know what's what.
Ah. So you know in that video when I said marking out is key?
No, I agree marking out is key, and I believed I did for marking out is key, but, well, I just leant on that.
Dear.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Let
it.
Rob be an example to you all.
Oh, I don't want to be an example. But yeah, so I was thinking, well, I just sort of need to eyeball it and have a look at what needs to be done, but I can't really work out what I need to do with this piece. So if you could have a look and say what you think needs to be done, maybe it lines up with what I think, which isn't
Sure
much, to be honest.
thing. Alright, I can see where it is.
Don't break it.
Yeah. Right. Have a look at that. See where it's touching.
Left side.
That's it.
So that left side, so on this side,
Yeah.
it's coming out slightly.
Yeah, sloping in, isn't it?
Sloping in, and is it just on this leading edge?
Yeah, so...
Oh yeah, I can see my line, I just haven't gone up to it.
Yeah, where you're looking at it from there, you can obviously see the Paduk at the back, so it's quite difficult to...
Oh, okay,
If
so
you come around where I am, like here,
oh, from the side.
yeah, and now look at it.
Oh wow, okay, yeah.
Now you've got
That's-
that white background.
That's fairly obvious without sloping in.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need to actually get to the line on that, because clearly I missed it from before.
Yeah.
Obviously, the other problem with Paduk is that there's lots of grey. And I keep
yes.
seeing the grey and thinking that's a line or not a line, and it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I can see. So with this one, I'm not going to do it, but remember,
Okay.
sever the fibres at the bottom first,
Yeah.
and then you should just be able to get a chisel in to that line, if you can find it, and then maybe just go through to halfway, seeing as it only looks like it's that front edge.
Yeah, I found a lot of my problems are only halfway through.
Yeah.
It's never like I've done a neat chunk.
Exactly. I mean, that's pretty good at the top, so don't hit that top line at all. You should see the fibres kind of stop peeling away.
Okay.
Sort of a couple millimetres from the top. But yeah, sever fibres at the bottom, coming from the front to about halfway. And you should be fine and dandy then.
Lovely.
All right.
Thank you very much, Lee.
No worries.
So,
Yeah.
as you can see, I've managed to get this in there. Which
They look good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if first try, I can't expect perfection, but I always expect perfection, so that's just me. I haven't got to the base of those,
Okay.
and yet it feels like I can't go any lower.
So look. Okay, so remember before you set the marking gauge so that it was a little bit deeper than this? When you scratched around the bottom, you set it so it was a little bit over.
Okay.
That means that these sockets are going to be a little bit deeper than the thickness of this.
Okay.
So when you really mash that in, you see it does close up.
Oh, it does actually close
You're
up.
left with a little bit sticking proud. So if you push it in and sort of push your fingers over it.
Oh yeah.
See that it's yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you want. Because in step whatever it is, I've just posted it. You can use that poking out end grain in order to fill those little gaps you've got.
Okay. So like, is there a little bit there that I should be getting rid of to flatten that?
No, that looks like it's below the line.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
So I won't bother with that.
So you would say stick with that, and
Yeah, as long as it's going together square, which it looks like it is. Went a little bit below the lines on the inside, but that's fine. You can kind of see that on that left one.
oh yeah. I thought I was so accurate with, like, because I haven't been touching these bits today. So it's from the other day, but I must have. I don't know. I mean, they're equally below the lines.
Yeah. And the thing is, with the clamps as well, you're going to be pushing them in this way, and we're also going to be pushing on these three as well.
Okay.
So gaps at the bottom here should close up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can close it with just your thumb,
Yeah.
then you're doing pretty good, to be honest. And all of those you can, even those internal ones, with a bit of persuasion.
Yeah. That's a good word.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I think those would be really good, to be honest. They'll be very good.
Cool.
I reckon the only bit you will struggle to fill is that gap there.
Yeah.
Everything else should close up.
See, that was a bit I really struggled with, and it's annoying because half of that gap is pretty much the last thing I did. Because it wasn't fitting in, and I believed that was the cause. But I did too much, clearly.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I had a smaller issue on, I think, one of the middle ones, and I did so little, and it made such a big difference.
Yeah, it is about just taking off a small amount small amount, just keep testing it.
It's that patience that I need to actually learn and train.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's attention to detail.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I'm really, really pleased with how that's gone so far.
Yeah, it should be, to be fair. That's very good. That is very good.
Would you then go around, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, or is there any rhyme or reason to anything else?
No, I just, in fact, what I might be tempted to do is the opposite corner.
Okay.
Just because you can keep those assembled that way, and it's a good, like,
Reminder.
Yeah, that's what
Of
it is.
what not to do sometimes.
Inspiration, reminder, whatever the outcome is. Yeah, that's what I would do. Not really the end of the world, whichever way you do it, to be honest.
All right. Thank you for that.
That's all right. That's all right.
So, I've completed all 4 of the joints, at least I believe I have, and I have yet to put the whole thing together. So that's what's going to happen now.
I've just had to explain to Rob how to put it together as well. We did just catch that on camera, and I am telling you to put that in the edit, please.
Telling me or
Ordering.
oh? Wait, are you saying me go for it with the outro, or me go for it just go over there?
Wait, aren't you just going to assemble it here?
Oh, can you just assemble it by hand?
Oh yeah, you got a hammer there.
Oh. Wait.
How to Assemble a Box 101 by Rob Harvey.
Shut up. No. Okay, we got to do a proper. I didn't. No, I know. I understand how it works.
Duff.
Okay.
Put the other one on top loose.
Didn't really understand how that works. But shall we actually intro the outro?
Yes. Okay. Intro the outro.
Intro the outro. Yes. Okay. It'll be in there. So. Also, it is confusing if I was like I've been doing it on the Vice file time with a hammer. So.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me to be able to do it without a hammer over here. So
you will have a hammer.
Well, yeah, but no, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Shut up. So it's 1 and 2, face down, I presume.
Yes.
And then if that was 1, because I've already forgotten, this goes like this.
That would be correct.
And then would you hammer from the top?
Put the other one on top first because you don't want to be whacking straight onto the pins.
So I'd do this side.
Yep.
Yep. So that's probably 4. No, 2. Da 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 da. Yeah. Get you. That will do. And then.
That's it. Just lay that on top.
What? Just trying to get it in, or just laying it on top?
I'll just push it in as far as you can, and then we'll use the old persuader afterwards.
Oh, it's a bit stiff. Just waiting to hear a shocking crack.
Can't wait.
No, don't say that.
Concentration.
It's a lot of hours that have gone into this. I guess that would be it, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's have a look.
And it's not rocking. Oh, tiny little bit.
That depends if my workbench is flat or not.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a proud boy.
Oh, I've just realised my microphone's dead. I'll catch up on yours anyway, won't it?
So, Matt has forgotten to actually put his lapel mic on. So, are you going to do that now, before the proper outro?
Oh, my batteries are charging. My second one's apparently
I've got more batteries. I bring spare batteries because of this.
Go on then. Right, hang on, let's have a look. That's good. I mean, as I said when you were doing it, basically if you can close them with just the pressure of your hands, then you're onto a good thing.
Okay.
And most of these gaps on the shoulder lines you can. The only bits you're going to struggle with are the ones that are next to the tails, because you can't push those shut, obviously.
Yeah.
But that is a step in a later video where you can kind of plane this end grain in the direction of the gap, and then it will break out and fill it. So you can kind of do the same on these ones as well. Just plane it that way.
Oh, I see.
It breaks out and fills. Plus you've got the glue. Yeah, you've got a few different ways of fixing it. But that, like, to be fair, that is very good. If I was teaching this at Rykerwood, that would be merit grade.
Really?
Yep.
Wait, out of what?
Distinction. Pass merit distinction or fail.
Really?
Yeah. Merit.
This stuff's easy.
Yeah, I suppose you could say.
No, I'm joking. So, clearly all of these actually went together, and it was an interesting one because this is the first time that I've watched through his entire tutorial video, made notes, got to actually doing it, and then realised I'm actually a little bit lost. Purely because leading up to this point, there's been really obvious and clear cuts. You have to do it a certain way in order to get a certain result. Whereas this one is all based on what you've personally done in the past.
It's bespoke fitting, isn't it?
Exactly, it's as custom as it gets. So while I used his tutorial, no doubt, to make sure that I was getting everything as clean and tidy as possible, it was a lot of eyeballing it.
Yeah.
And trying to understand how to figure out if something was, or what part of it needed removing to clean it up and actually get it to fit.
Yeah, it is quite difficult to do that. A few tips on that on this step. If you're struggling to work out where you need to remove the material from, take the tails out and then have a look at the sides of the tails and you'll see small shiny areas.
That's what I was looking at.
You were looking at that?
Yeah, friction marks, I guess.
Yeah, you look for small shiny areas on the side of the tails because that will show where it's rubbing most. You can also look inside the pins. If your eyes aren't that good, then you can also scribble some pencil marks inside the pins and then you'll see where that's rubbing as well. I think that's a technique I did in my video on how to cut a through mortise and tenon, so I'll pop that in the link below as well if you want to see that technique in action. But yeah, that's very good. That is very good. I think you have a lot of scope to fix little problems later. Yeah, that's a very good starting point.
I'm just pleased it's all together and nothing cracked. That was a big fear.
Yeah, cool.
Indeed.
So we're now ready to move on to the next lesson, which you can do so by clicking the link below. And Rob will show you where the subscribe button is.
Over there.
We will see you in the next video.
See you then.